Hey, what's up everybody? This is Confizzed, and it has been a very long time since I've made any kind of recording. So, I decided to do something that I've been enjoying. I've thrown about 6 hours into Empyrion Galactic Survival, and this is Alpha 5.1. And I figured I'd go ahead and see if I can do a Let's Play series on it. I've enjoyed the game a lot, and was hoping maybe some of you guys would too. So without further ado, I'm going to get started. We got a new game here. And this is basically, I'm calling it, oh no, I'm not calling it Solar Renewal. I was calling it Renewal LP for Let's Play. It's a survival mode. And we'll do seed. We'll just do a completely random seeds. Bound to get something here. Where she stops. Alright, there we go. 146,023. I'm going to start on an easy planet. I do not have a lot of experience. Basically, I played a few hours. I know just enough to die repeatedly. So, hey, what's up? I am relying on the fact that I've got a shit ton of views on a stupid microphone fix that I did years ago. Ooh. Hello? Hello? Ah! Splat. Oh, dude. That had to hurt. And look, level 2 before we even got out. So what do we find? Some promethium over there. Iron. Ah, baby. I'm telling you right now, that's exactly what we need. Here's our map. Looks like we crashed here in a little corner. There's our 2 deposits. I like to try to build a base near to the iron, so we're going to head that direction before we do much of anything else. So first thing you do, I don't know how many people have ever played this before, so I'm going to go ahead and explain a few things as I go. You want to hit T to access things in your ship. This arrow here, when it's available, basically says move everything over. So there you go. Everything's over out of the escape pod. The escape pod will disappear. It doesn't take too long. I've seen a couple of folks where they try to leave an item or two in it. You know what? It still disappears. So just grab everything right off the bat. What you want to do is you want to hit I, and that'll get you inventory. Usually I'll throw my flashlight. Everything's kind of drag and drop. You got your pistol. Get my bullets over here. I'd like to throw my drone on number 2. A flatten tool, number 3, which you'll see that later on. A little medkit in 8. And I basically get the rest of this out of my way. The survival constructor is going to be one of the first things I use out there. We're going to need that really quickly. A lot of folks like to grab food. Oops, wait, before we can do anything else, if you notice, we're in a helmet. Best thing to do, because we're on Akira, we take the helmet off. And there's what I look like. No helmet, oxygen, so no sense wasting the oxygen planet. Alright. A lot of this stuff, I don't even know what the hell it's for. ZR1. Hey, yay. I'm not sure what the hell ZR1 is supposed to mean. I know it comes in useful later. Check inventory. Alright, it does stack, so we'll grab that. Some of these plants, they stack. Some do not. Aloe vera, definitely a good plant to have. And I know fiber stack, and we need that. As ugly as that is, it's not aggressive. Alright, let's go find her. Where the hell was the iron? Alright, this way. There's a variety of creatures on Empyrion. This will find it. These will be useful, except they don't stack, and right now I don't have time for that. Same as Cobra. I think they don't stack. Fuck it, they don't stack as far as I'm concerned. Yeah. So, a lot of the creatures that you see, not aggressive, and that's at least as of this alpha, which is Alpha 5.1. I'm sure I've mentioned that. Now I've mentioned it twice. We should all know what the hell we're playing. there's some weird flower looking dudes. I was creeped out by the eyeball dudes. They're not aggressive. Flower dudes, very aggressive. Ah, fiber. Dude, that's what we need. There you go. We'll snag some fiber. And while we're here, because we see it, we'll get more ZR1, some aloe. Let's real quick, we'll check on our aloe. Okay, see, the aloe's not stacking. So I'm not going to grab any more aloe. I'll keep grabbing ZR1 and fiber, though. And I'm going to go over some of this here shortly, if it gets dark, while I'm still playing, because you won't be able to see jack shit in the dark, which sucks. One of the nice things about this iron, when you look over here on the map, it's actually pretty close to the water. We want that. We've got a couple of pieces of equipment that need to go in the water. What's up, little dinosaur dude? That's right, not aggressive. We're going to be shooting you later for some food, though. Don't you worry, buddy. Pretty sure you're not aggressive, too, still so far. I can't imagine the developer continuing to have so many of these mobs not aggressive. I'm going to kick our ass. Actually, right now, I got enough to deal with the aliens. Yes, there are aliens on the planet, or robot dudes. I don't know what the hell they're called. Drones. I've seen some drones. The drones come, they shoot. If I got good positioning, not a big deal. That's a pretty good sized dinosaur. If I got bad positioning, they kick my ass. I found that out the hard way. Look at this. I think our iron is going to be not too far from the surface. We'll do a little digging here. It's a shame our little walk, though, it didn't contribute anything else. There's a bunch of ores. We have found the one iron. We need cobalt, copper, not so much. Silicon, yes. Promethium, that's our fuel. Magnesium is for weapons, and we desperately are going to go through that. I'm not sure if this is something that the developer meant for us to go through so much of. Simple base defense will suck up my magnesium. On the other hand, when I did this solo, basically I might have started in a pretty shitty spot. And that's just it. With these seeds, you never quite know what the hell you're getting. Now, this is a pretty good size little range here. Should be workable. It's just a shame I've only got 2 items. And all of a sudden, I can't move. Oh, there we go. What the hell was I stuck on? I don't know. Alright, so we've got some iron. I like to be close to the iron. Iron is a resource you're going to use quite a bit of. So to get things started, I'm going to go over here. And the first thing we're going to do, this is an O2 generator. Now, because this particular planet has oxygen, I'm not worried about the O2 generator. Where the hell? Oh, I've already put it on my bar. So what we have here is a survival constructor. Basically, this is going to start your very early crafting. It's supposed to be like solar powered type thing. You don't need any fuel packs or anything goofy for it. It's just going to run on its own. It's going to do its own thing. So we're going to go here and you hit T to access this stuff. And the first thing I'm going to do is basically throw in any ingots and raw materials that I have for this. Now, just to make sure I don't run out of fuel, I'm going to go ahead and get a couple of fuel packs going. So we have multiple tabs here, food, and some of this you will definitely unlock the stuff over time. So you've got your food, you've got some hand weapons and ammo and things like that here. Some actual blocks, a base starter, which we're going to need to create, and some whole places. We'll do that in a bit. This is your, the hell do you call this? Components. There you are. This is your components. We're going to need a bunch of this stuff. And what I should have done earlier is break down exactly how many I was going to need, but I forgot to do that in my overall excitement. So I like to get a couple of pieces of fuel. And if you notice as I highlight this, it says Promethium pellets. We're going to use 10 pellets. Craft time is 8 seconds, and we get an output of 2. So by hitting Shift in that, Shift makes you use 10 at a time. Over the course of every 8 seconds, we're going to create 2 fuel units. Alright, good stuff to know. This is all gets real important because later on you got to calculate some of this stuff out. Metal plates, our output count is 10. So I'm going to do roughly, I'm going to do like 30 of these to get started. Metal pieces, I know we go through a ton of these. Again, the output count is 10. Yeah, that'll be like 300. Believe it or not. Actually, maybe I should count this down a little bit. Alright, so here you go. Another thing to learn. In order to move stuff out of the queue, you must turn this off. You turn this off, then you can remove a couple of items, like so, and all I hit was shift left click, and then back on. Although I'll probably end up needing more metal pieces regardless. Shift click again, control device, we'll do 10 to start. Electronics, I'm going to do 20 to start, I know I need them. I'll do 10 glass plates. Cables, I'm going to do 10, which will give us 20. And metal components, I'll do 10, which will give us 20 again. And then the rest of this, like pipes, as you see, actually rely on metal plates, which we have none at the moment. That's these guys here. Told you, we'll be using this stuff a lot. So I knew I used a lot of metal plates, you know what? But that's going to give us 200. So it's alright. Metal pieces, 200. So I'll do a stack of pipes. That's red now, but that's going to become usable after we've created the minimum number of items necessary. Computers and all that, I'm going to wait here a little bit. I'm going to let this basics get started. If you notice, this particular constructor, very slow. The advantage is, though, is that it operates without the use of any fuel whatsoever. You can either hit T or the X and get out of that constructor. Now, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to hit 2. This is going to get my drill. And basically, this is going to allow us to start drilling. I'm going to go ahead and get started with looking for some iron. What the hell was that? Oh, hey, grab more fiber. There you go, buddy. Fiber's good for you. Ain't you ever heard that? This is a kava bean. We'll use that a little later. And for right now, yeah, you don't want to drill straight down because, well, you have to get out of any holes you make. Now, that might be a little loud. And just that particular item, man, that's a little loud. So I'm going to turn this down for now. Actually, we'll turn it down a lot, okay? Left click is what you're going to do when you start drilling. Now, there's ways, I think right click might be a bigger method of, you get more material, but it uses substantially more ammo. And this does have ammo. If you hit I, if you notice, I have drill charges. I have 2 remaining, plus what's loaded. I have 682. I use this 2 at a time. So, you know, at least in the very beginning, I don't have a lot of waste. You see how quickly we dug ourselves into a hole, right? I don't have a lot of waste. Hit T to pick up any ore. You know, I like to keep with the left button on it. Now, even though, if you notice earlier, that said, hey, you know, 14 or 19 meters or whatever to the ore, it's probably kind of like, you know, might want to consider that the center of the ore. So I'm already actually getting my iron ore. This is great. And what I'll do is I'll create myself a little way out. There you go, hop, skip, and a jump under a little hole. And we can make it so that we can make this a little easier to get in and out of. A little more gradual slope. There you go, iron. Do like my iron. The iron's going to help. We're going to need a lot of iron. Iron is the basic of so many components. Plus our base building is entirely reliant on iron. And we're still 11 meters away from it, so that's great. When we build our base, we're going to kind of want to do everything in one quick shot. What will happen is as soon as you build your base and you power it up, you're going to start getting attacked. And right now we can fend off a drone or two with simply our pistol, but it's probably not the best way to go about as far as defense. Your pistol's good, little weapon to get things started, but you know, like any survival type of game or anything, you know, along that line, your starting tools suck. I mean, really, that's the bottom line. And that's the whole point of survival games is you know, you start with something, you know, you outgrow it, and you make something better so you can do stronger, more powerful, or whatever, better, faster, easier, quicker, and move on and forth. Isn't that the point of survival? Oh, that and surviving. I guess that's always a big plus, right? You gotta survive in the survival games. So far, I haven't found surviving itself to be too complex. You know, if you notice there on the bottom left, we're looking at health, food, oxygen, and stamina. Oxygen shouldn't go away as long as you remember to take your helmet off, which was with you. Food, we'll get some food on the planet, plus we get started right here. I sure do hope this mouse shows up. With emergency rations. These emergency rations will fill up 500 food and 250 stamina. I would never use one to refill your stamina. Stamina comes back naturally. You burn up stamina by doing things like running or whatever, jumping a lot, so on and so forth. So far with our mining efforts, we've collected 74 mining. I might as well get a little bit more. Why? Because we're going to need it. As you mine, I'm hearing the ore. There's also going to be, if you happen to hit some gravel or anything, that's fine. Gravel's real easy to get. We'll need some later on. I haven't gotten super far in the game to use gravel. But later on it comes in useful with creating some soil blocks that we're going to want. Alright, how are we looking here? I love these boulders. There you go. Rolly, rolly, rolly. There you are. Good. How are we doing? Oh. What do we got here? See? Crushed stone. There you go. Crushed stone. That'll turn into some gravel later on. I'll show you how to do it. Here. Get rid of a little hill. Let's pick up more iron. Beautiful. If you've played Space Empires, you can't just hold your T button down. You actually got to click each time. Alright, 134. That's a good start. Yeah, get out of here. There you go, little rock. And here's our little constructor still chugging along. If you notice, this is what I'm talking about slow. It is still doing the very basics. I'm going to throw these two items here into the constructor. We did get our fuel. If you'll notice right here, there's our fuel pack. I'm going to grab half of that. Right click, cut your stack in half. I'm going to leave the rest here just in case I die or something goes wrong. As this creates items, here's our metal plates, metal pieces, so on and so forth. And then it's going to continue on. If you notice now, our pipes that were previously red because they needed metal plates, they're now available to make because 2 metal plates per, and we've created 200 just to get things started. The reason why we're creating these items is because our goal is going to be to create a new core, a large constructor, a small generator, and a small fuel tank. And enough base blocks, and I like to start with about 50. 50 to 100 is really good of these hull blocks to get your game going, to get a starter base going. Right now, let's see, got our little mining of iron started. That's the single largest thing we need at this very moment. And with this update, or a recent update, we now notice, tells you there's 96% of the ores left, 4,342. I think as you continue, you will get better at actually mining the ores. Now, toward the top right, I haven't mentioned some of the stuff, but you got your compass. As you turn around, and you'll see the ore that I'm by is actually highlighted on there. You might see the little burst thingy with the arrow in blue with the timer counting down. It's actually a minute 36, then a minute 35. This is how long we have until sunset. Now, once sun sets, is the time when these nasty little flower sons of a bitches start showing up. And we will see them, hopefully not in today's particular episode, but we will see them in the future, definitely. I've always ran into them at night predominantly, and they'll beat your ass up unless you're a little better geared. My food has started to go down. If you look at the bottom left, I got great health. My food's a little over half oxygen, stamina. Food, if we'll hit I for inventory, you can see right here, I'm at 322 out of 500. Now, these emergency rations will give you 500, so I wouldn't eat one of these unless you had nothing else going on, and you know, had and were completely basically empty. This is the super duper easy beginner food source. Corn dogs. That's right, baby. We got corn dogs. You take this, you highlight. I'll highlight it here so you can see the stats. That is worth 50 foods. Now, the food that you get here on the planet, this all has perish times, if you notice. This particular food, corn dogs, you give your 50 food, no health, has a perish time of 29, and 0 stamina. So you get no health benefits, no stamina benefits, and the food will rot in 29 more minutes. It only gives you 50. I'm at 315, so I could actually eat about 4 of these right now. And so I'm going to go ahead, hit my 4, highlight it, hit my left mouse button, presto. I am now eating my food, and I'm at 360. I already see a couple more there in the distance. I'm going to go ahead and wander off and go get those. Got nice shadow work, you know, with the sun setting and everything. Look, the side of the mountains is already in shadow. Yeah, there's one here, one here. There you go. We'll grab both of these. I'm going to go ahead and eat everything because the benefit is the 50 food. So it's not like it's going to hurt anything. You don't have to finish eating one as of right now for the sound effects. There's a little sound effect. I'm not sure if you can hear it because I did turn the volume down a little more due to the drilling. Yeah, let's pick up some T6. I have no idea what it's for. So far, so good. Well, now what's been real nice this particular time, I haven't noticed any drones flying by. And my when I tried my solo game, I get bombarded by drones pretty quickly. We're going to just keep an eye because we know this iron deposit is where I'm keeping the base. Now, the iron deposits and various different resources, they're going to show up and they're going to highlight and stay on your map no matter what you do. Once I build a base, that will also highlight. So, handy. Hold your left shift button. That'll let you run. That uses your stamina. Oh, there's one of the eyeball dudes. See? Totally non-aggressive. Now, I'm not sure if this changes at nighttime because I kind of felt that these guys were a little more aggressive at night. We're going to test some of that out. Fiber we can use, and it stacks, which is always a plus. All right. Let's see. What do we got? Oh, more corn dogs. There we go. Let's grab more corn dogs. There we go. 2T. Let's bring that over. And look at this. I am pretty much completely satisfied food-wise. Now, if you notice just under my radar on the top right, it says 11:45, and it got the up arrow now. That means that's when the next sunrise is. So we're already more into dusk type time frame. Sunrise will be in 11 minutes 40 seconds. And what's nice about this, noticing where I'm at, I guess we'll assume this is the west over here. You can actually follow or go faster with your sunrise and sunsets. Meaning that if I was to speed really fast to the east, you would watch this counter go down quicker. Or if I could stay really fast heading west, I would actually catch back up and go into daylight. So it's one of those neat little things I picked up on during my solo attempt starting to learn this game. And I was just, amazed that kind of detail and thought was put into the game. And that's one of the things I've got a huge amount of respect for already. So even though we're in early alpha, this game's very playable as is. And you can tell there's a lot of thought going into this. And I totally applaud the author in doing something like that. Now, to be honest, I'm not real sure what all this fiber's for, although I thought I saw it start to get used for something for food processing. I could be wrong. Yeah. All right. Getting dark. Not seeing a whole lot going on. And I'm not picking up any more ores. Now, what I'm going to do then is this episode's about to end. So, before it does... Oh, eyeball dude. Yeah. All right, he's still leaving me alone. I don't know if they start getting more aggressive when it gets even darker, which is a distinct possibility. And not to mention that I really don't want you to have to deal with trying to watch me play this game in a complete dark. So what I'm going to do as it gets dark, I'm going to go ahead and end the video here. And I'm going to keep, just for shits and giggles, I'm going to keep running around and I'm going to see if I can't find a couple of more ore resources. And hopefully I'll see you back. I hope you've enjoyed this first video. And look forward to coming to the second one. If you really enjoyed this, leave a like. I'm looking for a like or two. If I can get 1 or 2 likes, I'm going to keep doing this for the YouTube community. Hey, and thanks for watching. Have a good one.